In the frozen winter of 1943, the eastern front of World War II was a place where hope went to die. Snow-swallowed roads, weapons jammed from ice, and men vanished into white silence without graves or names. Here, between ruined villages and frozen rivers, the largest land war in human history reached its most brutal form. And in this hell stood one man. His name was Vasily Zaitsev. He was not born a soldier. He was born a hunter. Long before the war, Vasily learned to track wolves in the Ural Mountains. His grandfather taught him a rule that would later save his life again and again. One bullet, one life, waste nothing, miss nothing. When Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, that rule followed him to war. By 1942, the German army had reached the city that bore Stalin's names. Hitler wanted it not just for strategy, but for pride. Stalin wanted it held at any cost. What followed was a battle so violent that even history struggles to describe it. Stalingrad became a graveyard, measured not in meters, but in bodies. Entire regiments vanished in hours. Buildings changed hands 10 times a day. Snipers turned windows into death traps. The Volga River ran red with blood, frozen corpses floating past burning oil slicks. And somewhere inside this ruined city, Vasily Zaitsev began his hunt. He arrived with nothing special, just a standard Mosin-Nagant rifle and a quiet confidence. No medals, no rank, no fame. That would change. Zaitsev quickly realized that traditional combat was suicide. Charging across open ground meant instant death. So he did what he knew best. He hunted. He learned the rubble like a forest. Cracked walls became cliffs. Burned tanks became hiding places. Dead bodies became camouflage. He studied German patrol routes, their habits, their mistakes. And then he started killing them. One by one, a German officer stepping into the open. A machine gunner peeking from a window. A sniper who moved just 1 second too slowly. Each shot echoed through the ruins like a message. You are not safe. Within weeks, German soldiers began to fear the daylight. Rumors spread. A Soviet sniper was operating in Stalingrad. A ghost. A phantom. A man who never missed. The Germans gave him a name. The White Death of Stalingrad. Zaitsev didn't just kill soldiers. He broke morale. Men refused to cross streets. Officers hesitated before giving orders. Snipers hunted him and never returned. But the war was watching now. The Soviet command realized what they had. A symbol. They sent reporters. They sent photographers. They sent young soldiers to learn from him. Zaitsev trained them personally, creating sniper teams that turned Stalingrad into a killing maze. Every German advance slowed. Every step forward came with a price. And Hitler noticed. Enraged by the humiliation, German high command made a decision. They would send their best. From Berlin came Major Erwin Kaniga, master sniper, head of a German sniper school, trained to kill elite targets. His mission was simple: find Zaitsev and end him. This was no longer just a battle. It was a duel. For days, Koenig hunted Zaitsev through the ruins. He studied the kills. He read the angles. He waited patiently, knowing that one mistake meant death. Zaitsev knew someone was hunting him. He felt it in the silence, in the lack of careless movement, in the unnatural stillness of the battlefield. The city held its breath. The duel lasted 3 days. Both men barely slept. Barely movet, barely breathed, frozen in rubble, waiting for the smallest sign of life. On the 3rd day, Zaitsev noticed something strange: sunlight reflecting from metal. A sniper scope. Hidden too carefully, Koenig had made his first mistake. Zaitsev didn't fire. He waited. Hours passed. Cold gnawed at bones. Muscles screamed. Fingers went numb. Then Koenig shifted Hust slightly. That was enough. 1 shot. chat. The German sniper collapsed without a sound. Zaitsev had won. When Soviet soldiers found Konig's body, it confirmed what they hoped. The best Germany had sent was dead. The myth was shattered. News spread across the front, morale surged. If one man could defeat Germany's finest, then maybe the city could survive, and survive it did. Stalingrad became the turning point of the war. The German army was shattered. The myth of Nazi invincibility died among the ruins. By the end of the battle, Vasily Zaitsev was credited with over 240 confirmed kills, including dozens of elite snipers. He survived injuries, bombardments, and the deadliest battle ever fought, but he never called himself a hero. Years later, when asked how he endured Stalingrad, Zaitsev answered simply, "I remembered my grandfather's rule. One bullet, one life." In a war defined by millions of deaths, one man proved that skill, patience, and resolve could change history. He didn't command armies. He didn't lead charges. He didn't shout speeches. He lay in silence and stopped an army.